Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm talking with Chris Anthony from the Chris Anthony Youth Initiative Project. And Chris, you've been thrilling us for years in Warren Miller movies, but you just broke a big record recently. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm sure you are as well, because it was a fundraiser, right?
Yep, there's an indoor ski facility in Denver called Snowbond, and I partnered my youth project up with them, and I take kids from the inner city out to Snowbond to learn how to ski, and then it's a ramp that's can tilt and also rotates. And so it's a great place to put the kids on skis and get them used to learning how to fill the wedge, fill the parallel, and then start playing with the ramp going up and down. And then hopefully what I'll do is eventually bring the kids up to the mountains. Of course, all this costs money.
Right.
So I decided to do a fun event in between the 2 days that I was bringing kids down there, and that was see how long I could ski on the ramp for. I guess the previous record for their ramp and this company's ramp was 45 minutes. So we thought, let's try to do an hour on it. And so I went for it, and I got to an hour, but then we decided what is the next sort of goal to go after. And what they calculated was that every hour you ski 21,000 vertical feet. So we figured out the math on it, and we went for Everest, so over 29,000 feet, and that took an hour and 22 minutes. It was so skiing for an hour and 22 minutes, nonstop, no rest or anything, just making turns back and forth. I was kind of in a wedge most of the time because it's an interesting process, the ramp, since it's a carpet.
Right.
Just can't go too parallel, too fast, or too aggressive. You'll end up at the bottom.
So, but I understand they can change,
Yeah.
the pitch there. Did they do that just constantly, or did
No.
they keep it at a level?
They put it at their steepest pitch at their fastest speed. So that way we knew exactly what the vertical foot was.
Okay,
And
so
then-
it's not like you were on a groomer or anything. You were on something pretty steep.
Well,
the equivalent.
It was for the ramp. It was steep,
Yeah.
but for compared to a slope, it's not that steep.
Okay.
But we wanted to keep things consistent, so the ramp was running at its full tilt and its full speed. But again, the second you go parallel, you'll go right to the bottom of the ramp. So the trick is kind of staying on the ramp
Yes,
and
okay.
staying back and forth, and it's a little different to make a turn on it because since the carpet's moving up at you.
Yes.
And try not to catch your skis. So it was more of a mental workout than a physical one. But we did it and raised some money to pay for the kids to be able to go and learn how to ski. And I have a little surplus to help get those kids next year up onto the mountain.
That sounds great. So how far are you guys in terms of the season? Have you wrapped up with the Chris Anthony Youth Initiative for this winter, or you have some more to do?
It never ends. It's all year, but
Okay.
I do school visits, and as far as bringing kids up to the mountains, that's done. But I have music programs that go into the schools, and then I'm already trying to figure out how I'm going to raise money for next year. So it's nonstop.
Well, I was just going to point out, this was a fundraiser, but
Yep.
if people still want to donate to your organization, how do they do that?
Absolutely. You can go to chrisanthony.com, and in the top of the toolbar there's the Chris Anthony Youth Initiative Project, and right in that part of the website, there's a donate button. It's all tax deductible, of course, and it's a great way to support this. I try to do one big fundraiser a year in the fall. I'm still brainstorming what that's going to be this year. And then that pretty much funds the whole season. This year I've already impacted over 3,000 kids.
That's incredible.
And it's so want to keep that going. And of course there's more and more demand always for the
Sure.
products. So, and that's costing more money. But I've kept the overhead down, so my operation cost it's basically nothing because
Sure.
I'm the only employee. But and then I contract people in for each project. So it's great.
Chris, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
setting a record that I think is going to be very hard to beat since you doubled the last guy. And, great job with this organization. Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
That's Chris Anthony with the Chris Anthony Youth Initiative Project. Coming up, we've got more Good Morning Vail coming your way.